course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
Well, this is a fancy office, isn't it? So, I have a new murder victim. We'll go investigate the crime scene. And, yeah.
Another body.
Get this done.
And Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
Exactly did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass, Phelps? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
Do I like this suit? I think I do. It looks quite 1940s detective style. I hope you guys are still enjoying these videos. We're going to keep pumping them out. Hopefully, one a day.
Bye.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sakes.
And he always maintained he was set up.
Something about these cases isn't quite adding up. I don't know. But we'll work out eventually.
You boys ready? Follow me.
Okay. This is random. Follow me, lads. I guess it's sort of like in the middle of nowhere. Ish. What was she doing out here anyway? Very random place to be. Obviously, she was drunk. I get that. But why would you be here?
Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
Keep an eye on him. Let's go look at his body. Ooh. That does not look pretty. That does not look good.
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
After midnight again. Why are these ladies out so late? Go home to your husbands or your boyfriends or your family. That's where you should be.
Smell?
Ooh.
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
So she was absolutely smashed. Alright, good to know. Is there a ring on her finger? Nope. Don't believe so. So the fact he can smell it straight away must... She had a lot. She had a lot of drink. A lot. She was smashed. Oh, was that the ring?
Another missing ring.
Another missing ring.
It seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
New clue, time of death. Is that all the clues on the body? That eye has been absolutely smacked. Goodbye money from this video again. Well, it might be okay actually. She's not naked. It's true. Blood splatters. Oof. Ouch.
Blood splatter on the carriage.
Ooh.
She must have been struck while standing up.
100%. We saw it in the initial cutscene. Is this her handbag? Looks like it. Handbag. Do we have identification? We have a letter. Oh, it's very in depth. So that must be her. There's an address on there as well. I hope this letter finds you in a better way than when we last parted. Alcoholic. Okay. Was very dependent on alcohol. And what is that? The
Could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
Film Company.
That's going to be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Oh, so it's closed down. Great. Legal department. So why is that still in? Why is that still in her bag? I don't know. A bar. This is where she likes going. What does it say? It's got a message on there.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
Yeah. Another bar. There's a lot of bars in LA. And some sort of list.
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
So it's that's from the liquor store, but it's just a bunch of personal items. Large suitcases, pillows, bed sheets, photo frames, just basic stuff really. Interesting. I think that might be all the clues. I think. Right, I'm going to interview you, sir.
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her.
Oh my god, you sicko.
It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand.
I'll just kiss a dead body, you twat. What a weirdo. Oh.
Classic Carmine.
That lipstick was on her body? Oh. Okay.
Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No,
No?
I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't hit him.
Oh, he is such a weirdo, isn't he? Oof.
You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
You are another level, aren't you? I think he's being good. I don't think he's lying, so fine, whatever.
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick in her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
Discovery of the victim's body.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
You're acting a little bit suspicious, my friend.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
What? He's right. What a sack of shit, honestly. Wow. What a douche. Jesus.
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Oh, that was easy. Fair enough.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
We have an address. Let's go. We have a lead. Let's go, 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 go. Time is of the essence.
You read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah, I read about that.
Those people are starving. They can't do that.
want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? I guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. Spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight.
It's true.
Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
Everyone needs food. They can't fight without food. I like how they sort of put in real parts of obviously history into the game as well. Like they make reference to that time period. I like that. It's a nice little touch. I want a LA Noire 2. I do.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
So perhaps that's where that list has gone, that list of items. She's left it actually at the liquor store, which is unique. Quite a big place.
Fine stock here, Mr. Robbins.
Some fine
If you let
stock
us
indeed.
take some to the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store. That was never going to work out, was it?
We'll take a look around.
So she used to sleep there? And there's some reference to this ex-husband, again. That could be the murderer. Maybe. What is this? 10-pin but what is this? Oh.
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
So she's homeless. Alcoholic. Not working. Not in the best of shapes.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
She wasn't always such a loner.
But that's either a family or husband. It looks like a family to me.
Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
Further investigation.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Could be another lead. Still getting vibrations from this side. Ah, what's this? Another lead? Name of some bowling alley. Ooh.
Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Bowling and drinking.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Potential another lead. We've got lots of leads. Don't know where to go to next. I think that's all the clues in here, though. Getting low vibrations. Should we head out and interview this this owner? We should. Bit of a weird place to stay, isn't it? For an alcoholic. Surrounded by alcohol. It's not the best thing in the world, is it? Contact with the victim.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit? To pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
I think this guy's got very good intentions. I don't see any reference to any potential lies. He's a good
Any
man.
idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Some liquor for a boy. Liquor purchase. So he probably was seeing someone.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
Not particularly that popular, but she left her stamp on some people. A few people.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Ask the community. Bad cop was 63%. Yeah, he does look a bit shady, doesn't he? Tell us.
You're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him.
Oh.
From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual.
Oh.
He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
We'll get him, don't worry. 100%. 11 AM and the bar is open. Fair enough. Some early drinkers.
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers, what is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
Ask around, okay.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Ooh.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Aware of her. Criminal history.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
That is obviously a bad cop scenario. The way he just looks around like, I haven't got a criminal history. Back up.
Do you want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Not a very pleasant person, is he? Not
You
pleasant
say
at all.
you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, so about this book.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You look down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're
You're a
holding
snob.
aces.
I've got many aces.
Telling you again, I barely knew the woman.
Why'd you lend her your book then? Doesn't quite make any sense, does it? Your name is actually in the book.
Why would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself lending his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn book, and then she lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't take it, as if she could even comprehend any of it.
So why was she in your apartment? All comes out now, doesn't it?
I saw her go into a hotel with Tiernan last night. They had booze in a paper bag. He's your man.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
So I guess there's no point in me asking these other guys.
You a friend of Evelyn Summers?
Who's asking?
Very cute. You know who's asking.
I know my rights.
Right,
You don't
calm
have
down.
any. Answer the question.
Evelyn mooches for drinks. I don't have any time for that.
Was that so hard?
Keep writing me, copper.
Keep writing me copper. Well, what a pleasant man. Alright, we're done in this freaking bar. Well, bars are horrible places in LA.
You're behind the wheel.
And where
Let's go
exactly are we
see
going?
The bowling alley. Should be quite fun. Commercial bowling lanes. I do like bowling, but I swear I seem to hurt my fingers every time I do it. Ooh.
Levin King.
A message from Captain Donnelly. Return to Central. Code 2.
Levin King, en route. Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
Looks fancy. 11:26 a.m. The bowling alley.
Hello, Rusty. 2 on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
We're conducting an investigation, ma'am. Do you know the name Evelyn Summers?
Sounds like I should. Oh, maybe it could be Jimmy's friend.
Jimmy?
James Tiernan. He's a pin setter. One day he introduced me to a lady after work. It stuck in my mind because she was much older, too old for him.
Where can we find Jimmy, Florence?
He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back.
Thanks, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Alright, this James apparently is a lot younger. Oh, is he over there? Okay. James, we're coming for you. A potential murderer, so we'll take this very seriously. He might be the last person.
Tiernan!
Oh,
LAPD!
That's suspicious. Why would he run? Why would he run away? Come back, James. Don't need the car.
There.
That works. Oh, look at this car. Whoa! It's more like it.
What are you waiting for? Get after him.
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight.
The extra weight.
These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn, Cole.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
Oh, that's going to lose me points.
Another runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means, Phelps.
Oh! You gotta get me closer!
You see that? Damn, son!
Hit him! Clean this asshole off the road!
How did that work
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble.
He's gonna get away!
He's going through the square!
I hope the people see him in time to get out of the way.
Get out of the way!
What if they run because someone's setting them up? Because they feel like the deck is stacked against them?
Don't make up ridiculous stories for them, detective. Leave that to the perp's imagination.
You've done nothing wrong. You shouldn't have to run.
Looks like we're going into the tunnels.
God damn it, he'll kill himself.
It's alright, as long as he doesn't kill us, I'm okay with it.
Ah!
Oh, God, this kid's crazy. He's gonna kill us.
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me
Shoot his
luck.
tires out then. Hurry this up.
That is the end of that. It's about fucking time.
Gee, that was terrifying, wasn't it? We're actually in a tunnel. This is not safe. Get out!
Give it up! LAPD!
James, you're arrested. And you're going downtown. So apparently the captain went to see us.
Captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
Ooh. Hey. This sounds a bit serious. I thought we might be back for the interviews, but apparently not. Is it over here? Well, howdy.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick. But she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say? You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And to follow up on Evelyn Summers, I want daily reports.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
And that is the address.
Apartment 6,
McCaffrey,
126 Yale
we're
Street,
coming to your
between
address.
Ord and Alpine.
Thanks, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Let me pose a question.
Depends. What you got to do with?
Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
Serious? You always want to put away the right guy. 100%. You don't want to put away the wrong guy. It's just not fair in any way. Unless he's a bit of a... It's just not fair. Where is his address? Number 6.
McCaffrey is in apartment 6.
Alright, let's go upstairs then. Number 6. Well, is he upstairs? I'm guessing so. Yep, so this is 1 to 4. And then 6 is upstairs. Is this a fancy place? It feels a bit fancy. 5 to 6 this way. Number 6 is here. Is he here?
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Well, howdy. Fairly decent place, I guess. Right, let's look around. See if we can find some clues.
Optimistic, Cole.
Is that a blooded shirt? What? That does not look good. We just find these clues just like laying on the floor. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit weird.
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor?
Who's
Who
this?
are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you going to give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation, at least.
Oh, 1 second. This looks like the second part of that letter. Well, this is odd, isn't it? Take long before you healed. You can come home. I have put your things back into your old room with a lock on the door for some privacy. That's nice. With love, your mum.
Torn from the letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
100% it does. Right, any more clues before we leave? Go to this pigeon coop. I can actually hear pigeons. Well, who are you, my friend? Just standing there, looking a little bit suspicious. Roof access. Is this where he's going to be? Is he up here? There he is.
Grosvenor McCaffrey! Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
I'll go get our wheels.
Yeah, go and get the wheels. Keep going. Try and catch him up. He's moving quick. Come on, Cole Phelps. You're not getting away. McCaffrey. Come back. You can never escape the law.
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
Come on, Rusty, where are you? I need your help. Did someone trip him over or something? It's quite quick. It's quite speedy. Where is Rusty? I need your help. He's not slowing down. He's got some stamina. Getting close. Come on.
Give it up, LAPD!
Oh, it's getting close. It's getting close. I'm doing it. Oh, turbo mode. Done it.
McCaffrey, you're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
The fact he runs away makes it look even worse. And he owns pigeons. I mean, yeah.
We need to get
say no
downtown
more.
and wrap this thing up. It's got to be McCaffrey. Unless Tiernan set him up. You don't think that asshole Jameson could have done it, do you?
I know.
Whoever did it. At least it wasn't that Dahlia fuck.
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the Dahlia?
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together at a later date.
I'll hold you to that.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young Phelps.
Have I failed you yet, sir? No. We want to interview James first, which is in interview room 1. Probably the less likely of the suspects. We can have a chat.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
How would you know you was the last person to see the victim? How?
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Well, why? What? You was with her the night before she died?
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
The victim last seen, yeah. They saw them together with a brown paper bag.
McCaffrey gave you up, Tiernan. He says he saw you go into your hotel with Evelyn.
I met Evelyn at the public library.
Ooh.
We would read for a while and then go
out.
for a drink. Last night we went back to my hotel room and had some more to drink. I must have passed out. I woke up and she was gone.
What time was this?
Around midnight, maybe later.
And there's no one who can confirm this.
No, there isn't. I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Why are you lying to us, James? Be honest. Be upfront. So I didn't do it. This is what happened. So we have to like go around these lies and accuse you of different things and find information. Just be honest. Victim's book found.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at it once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it.
She wanted something of his.
Ask the community again? I'm using up all my intuition points. I want to get this right though. Oh, it's very close. Don't know.
We either hang this on you or McCaffrey. You better give us something.
I was gonna go for good cop. I wasn't sure though.
Well, McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before. I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute, but you know, I'm not so sure.
I'm not so sure. So there might be some more details to McCaffrey's history.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
The liquor purchase.
You're lying, Tiernan. You'd been fighting with her. You fought, and
I'm not lying. She got up and left. That was it.
Oh, someone's getting a little bit angry. Chill out. Yeah, the store owner said about some boy, and he looks like a boy, no offense.
She left, but she came back. She bought you a quart of whiskey to make it up to you. She told the liquor store owner. You're in deep trouble, buddy.
She said she loved me. She wanted to care for me. But she would never stop talking about McCaffrey. McCaffrey was a writer, and McCaffrey was a hero. McCaffrey cared for the little guy.
Did you kill her, Tiernan?
I might as well have. I kicked her out. She had nowhere to go.
Ah. So you kicked her out, and then she got killed. The guilt.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
Well, we use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Slight hesitation there. He's not really been honest to us yet, has he? Let's be honest. Back up.
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Does sound like a very cruel man. We can't really accuse him yet, can we? No, leave the interrogation.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. A big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
James, you're not in the clear, my friend.
I need a drink. I got the goddamn.
Time for some more interrogation. This is who I think. If either of these two did do the kill, the
You
murder,
ready to answer
it
some
was
questions?
him.
You think I have all the answers?
Look at him.
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective.
Touché.
Let's see where this takes us.
Alibi for McCaffrey.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
Lie, accuse.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You were out at the rail yard.
And what do you have that proves I was there?
Well, it doesn't really prove that you was there, but you got the other part of the letter, don't you? The other part of the letter, the torn letter, which is now complete.
How about half of Augusta Summers' last correspondence with her daughter?
What are you talking about?
After you were done beating Evelyn, you searched her and found her mother's letter. That old lady's anguish amused you.
I know nothing about a letter or Evelyn's goddamn mother.
This guy could be getting
So
set
what was
up.
it doing on your writing desk?
I don't know, but if I didn't put it there, somebody else did. Try exercising your powers of deduction on that.
Something feels set up about these murders. Like the fact that the item that killed the victim is always just on the floor. Lots of blood on them and just obviously just put into their apartments, waiting for us to find. Almost a little bit too easy.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
That's why I'm not sure.
I don't believe you, Grosvenor. The evidence says that you killed her.
You can prove that I wanted to kill Evelyn?
I can. Tyrion's accusations towards McCaffrey.
Tiernan is prepared to testify that you threatened Evelyn's life in his presence.
Self-preservation. That's understandable. Okay, I'll level with you. Tiernan killed Evelyn. He came to me for help. I listened to him, and he explained why he did it.
Tiernan went to you for help. You expect me to buy that?
That's how it went down. I told him he made a terrible mistake, but he would be throwing his life away if he went to the cops. I took his things and told him I would dispose of them.
But you didn't.
Speak to Tiernan. He'll give it up.
I have no idea where this is going to go now. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. What's going to happen? Let's do a phone call, I guess. Hint, hint. Go to the phone.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Whew.
Thanks for your help.
That's a bit deep. I think we may have a murderer.
Bust in there and find
That is a fine rap sheet. Let's go back to James first.
You spoken to McCaffrey? I can go, it's all been cleared up?
Not quite. We have one more question we need to ask,
Just one
James.
more.
Then I think we will be done.
Sure. Go ahead.
Events prior to the murder.
So Evelyn passed out, and you walked out. What happened next?
I woke up in the morning, very hungover. I thought Evelyn would have come back.
But she didn't, did she?
I know you're lying, James. You went out looking for her. Tell me what really happened.
I don't know what you're talking about. How can you say I wasn't in that hotel room?
McCaffrey's accusation.
You wound up at McCaffrey's. You were still incredibly drunk. You passed out on his floor. It's time to tell me what really happened.
McCaffrey woke me up the next morning, and he showed me the lug wrench and the letter and the box, and he said I came in with him last night. He said that I killed Evelyn, and that it was all over the radio, and that he would protect me. And I don't know, Detective, for the life of me, I can't remember a goddamn thing. I was angry with her. Really angry. I could have done it. Was it me?
I don't know. Leave interrogation for a second.
Wait here.
This is interesting. Very interesting. A few more questions from McCaffrey, and then we're done. We can accuse one of these two of the murder of Evelyn. Military service.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw. It changes a man. I came back here determined to change things.
You didn't go past training, you
All
twat.
I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
Well, that's not completely true, is it? You attacked
You're
a
lying,
woman.
McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
Your criminal record, my friend. Your criminal record.
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge, beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore! She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have...
You beat her because she stole from you, because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her.
Oh. Oh, it all came out, didn't it? Charge him.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys, you bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse, and neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in the prison graveyard.
So we found all the clues, we got all the questions correct, and we've done a little bit of city damage. I apologise to the city of LA for my damage. I apologise. But yeah, case closed, conviction done. We can get out of here. We can leave. Bye-bye.
We have lost most of Shaughnessy and Dunn's squad. The gunny is dead, first platoon is in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Then we rally with the first and try for the Nambus.
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Nambus and Enfilade. Mate, we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant, get back off this fucking bridge. They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions. We only have minutes. I'm in charge here, Sergeant. Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant. What's your unit, Sergeant? We don't have time for this, Lieutenant. What's your unit, Sergeant? I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river. My orders are to reconnoiter the... I think that point is now moot. You have 10 men left. My orders are to save what's left. Move out!